Picture this. Lilibet, the daughter of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, is in the Grand Montecito mansion, wailing at the top of her lungs. Why, you ask? Well, Meghan decided to dress her in an outfit reminiscent of one worn by Princess Charlotte, causing quite the stir. Welcome, friends. You've tuned in for another round of intriguing insights on the royal household, with a focus on Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and the inimitable Queen Elizabeth. Today's drama unfolds on our platform, Kate Middleton and the Queen News version 2. Imagine having to emulate a girl your mother reportedly had a conflict with. That's Lilibet's current predicament, as she is encouraged to follow Princess Charlotte's sartorial style. It almost feels like Meghan is using her daughter as a lure, a way to draw attention and provoke reactions. You might think she wants to highlight how paparazzi invade her children's privacy or draw sympathy for perceived bullying. 8-year-old Princess Charlotte already steps up to her royal duties. She's accepting her responsibilities and doing so gracefully. In contrast, Lily doesn't need to bother with royal obligations. For her, a title is more of an entitlement than a duty. To some, it feels like a mockery to have an American child bearing the same title as Charlotte. Titles and riches aside, one can't help but worry for Archie and Lily. The shadow of their parents, Meghan's self-absorption and Harry's erratic behavior, looms large. It's a tough upbringing, and one might speculate that they'll require extensive counseling in the future. Let's hope they don't follow too closely in their parents' footsteps. Their roles seem to be less of children and more of tokens in their parents' ongoing psychological struggles, their images used for brand enhancement and boasting. After all, in America, royal titles don't carry the same weight. Meghan saw the sympathy and support for Charlotte and now appears to be positioning Lily for the same, not realizing that most people are far kinder to children than she presumes. It's a tactic likely to backfire. Curiously, Meghan seems to deride everything about those she's at odds with, only to replicate those same things later. Anyone remember her critique on the attire of the Wales children, which most found impeccably perfect, much like their mother, Catherine? It appears that the perfection itself may be the trigger for Meghan's envy and antagonism. Picture this: Catherine's icy glares locking onto Meghan during a royal outing, Meghan visibly shaken in response. Would Meghan dare to direct any kind of negative action toward the royal children? Chances are slim, given that she likely understands Catherine would come to their defense with lioness-like ferocity. Instead, Meghan might make subtle jabs, dressing Lily in similar attire to Charlotte, or subtly positioning her own children as more stylish, more accomplished. However, the royal family is protective, and it's unlikely they would permit Meghan to be in close proximity to the Wales children again. A time existed when individuals exhibiting behaviors like Meghan's were institutionalized. Not that we're advocating for such measures or sparking a debate here. Still, Meghan's mental health seems precarious, and that's concerning for her children. Once more, we return to the decision William made, a decision proving his foresight. His insistence that Harry's lease for Nottingham Cottage not be renewed seemed harsh at the time, but it underscored the reality that William and Catherine, along with their family, faced potential danger from the volatile couple. What's truly unsettling is how much we, the public, don't fully know about Meghan's psychological state. Had she been less affluent, less influential, she might be living a drastically different life right now, possibly confined within a jail cell or a group home. Many people sharing her behavioral patterns find themselves in prison or mental health institutions. This leads us to question the narrative surrounding the royal exit in 2020. It was framed as Harry and Meghan's decision, but was it? Was it Queen Elizabeth who subtly steered them toward the exit, allowing them to control the narrative of their departure, but ultimately insisting on their separation from the royal family? It's likely that a major conflict occurred between the brothers, with Harry, who has admitted to mistreating staff and random acts of aggression, initiating the fight. Perhaps Harry lashed out at William, who defended himself, causing Harry to fall onto a dog book. This could have been the last straw for the Queen, fed up with the constant dramas. From Meghan making Catherine cry to alleged bullying by Meghan, and everything in between. However, the saga didn't end there. Meghan, in a dramatic turn, allegedly threatened to take her own life while pregnant with Archie, using this threat to drive a wedge between Harry and his family. Her behavior is eerily reminiscent of Glenn Close's character in the movie Fatal Attraction. One shudders to think what other incidents might be hidden from public view, given the palace's decision not to release the alleged bullying report. It's feasible that the Queen has accumulated a substantial dossier on Meghan, large enough to fill a 6-drawer file cabinet. Imagine hearing that the Queen, in her final moments, wished for neither Harry nor Meghan to be near her. She desired a peaceful transition, unmarred by what she perceived as negativity. That's a telling statement about her views on Meghan and Harry. When Meghan stepped away from the royal family, she didn't just walk, she strutted, confident that the world, Hollywood, political movers, industry shakers would welcome her with open arms. She torched the royal bridge behind her without a second glance, believing that the world was more infatuated with her than with the royal family itself. The grandeur of her wedding might have convinced her of this, but in truth, people were drawn to the spectacle of a royal wedding, not to Meghan specifically. You'd think the Queen's funeral and Charles's coronation would have burst that bubble, but delusions can be stubborn things. What Meghan seems to overlook is the unique position her children are in. They are the grandchildren of a king, niece and nephew to another, and cousins to future monarchs. Imagine the opportunities that come with those connections, the doors that open, the places they could visit, and the influential people they could meet. But instead, they might be restricted to their Californian residence, conversing with palm trees rather than royalty. Meanwhile, back in the UK, Charles will continue to spend time with his grandchildren and step-grandchildren. William will enjoy his time with his nieces and nephews, the children of Pippa and James. James Middleton's wife has recently announced her pregnancy, meaning that King George will soon have another close cousin to play with. In this unexpected turn of events, Meghan and Harry's decisions seem to have inadvertently boosted the status of the Middletons. Charles is likely to spend more time with Pippa and James Matthews' children than with his own grandchildren, a remarkable shift in family dynamics. In days gone by, when societies were tightly knit communities, stigma and shame acted as powerful deterrents for disruptive behavior. Modern sensibilities may frown upon these concepts, but they did serve a purpose in their time. Individuals displaying behavior like Meghan's would have been swiftly brought to heel, possibly ostracized or publicly admonished for the dishonor they brought upon their community. This societal check might have prevented such personalities from escalating their actions to more harmful levels. Meghan's excesses might have been tempered, her worst traits kept in check. This is not to suggest that individuals were hastily institutionalized for personality disorders or manipulative behavior. Rather, there were more robust societal mechanisms to manage such individuals. In those times, survival hinged on interdependency, and opportunities for personal reinvention were limited. Reputation mattered, and maintaining good standing within the community necessitated beneficial contributions and reciprocation. Public shaming or ostracism could lead to serious hardship and limited chances for redemption. Now, turning to Meghan's relationship with her children, Lily and Archie, what are your thoughts? How do you feel about the assertion that Meghan uses her children as attention-grabbing tools? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. We hope this discussion has provided some valuable insights. Remember to hit the like button, share the content, and subscribe to the channel if it resonates with you. We appreciate your time and engagement with our content. See you in the next installment.